Good evening, this is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel. It's a continue on my part series, the professional sports teams that didn't win the championship during that season. This is part 34. Now, the Major League Baseball team is what I've been talking about lately. And the next team going to talk about and dissect and break down is the 1996 Atlanta Braves, a team that came off winning the World Series in 1995 over the Cleveland Indians. They finally won the championship for Atlanta after falling short in 91 92 respectively against the Minnesota Twins and the Toronto Blue Jays respectively. 93 they lost in 6 games to Philadelphia Phillies in the NLCS. Then 94 you had the strike, and then the strike ended. They had played 144 games I believe at that time and won the championship beating Cleveland. So now the second consecutive year they would look like they was poised to win another one. But they lost to the New York Yankees after they blew a 2-0 lead against the Yankees, and they lost in 6 games. They had the 96 and 66 regular season. They reached the World Series for the second consecutive year, but they lost to the Yankees after blowing a 2-0 lead and losing the next 4 games. This World Series appearance for the Braves at that time was their fourth appearance in the last 5 years as a franchise. They won a 7th division title, their second in the National League East. The other 5 was in the National League West. It was his 5th in 6 years. Also, in the round before that, in the NLCS, Atlanta completed a miraculous comeback after trailing in the NLCS to the St. Louis Cardinals 3 games to 1. Atlanta outscored St. Louis 32-1 in games 5 through 7 to complete the comeback. The collapse was remembered as one of the largest in North American sports history. Now this team obviously was loaded. They had the same usual, players that you had to deal with, like Jeff Blauser, Marquise Grissom, David Justice, Mark Lemke, Javi Lopez, Fred McGriff. But this team was loaded, so they were definitely poised to defend their title. Tommy Glavine, obviously John Smoltz, Greg Maddux. Their pitching staff was lethal. Mark Rollers was good, big time in the bullpen. So look at the stats. Okay, who stood out on that season? See, Ryan Klesko. He had 34 home runs, 93 RBIs. Chipper Jones was a big time player. Can't forget him. 30 home runs and 110 RBIs. Marquise Grissom, 23 home runs, 74 RBIs. Fred McGriff drove in 107 RBIs, 28 home runs. Javi Lopez, 69 RBIs, 23 home runs. So this team was loaded. John Smoltz was 24-8. So let's get into the World Series of '96. This when the Yankees finally won their World Championship for the first time since 1978, in 18 years. So let's look into it. Now, the Braves got to a great start in this World Series. First and foremost, the Yankees won their World Series title since 1978, 18 years at that time. The Braves just came in and just dominated. They were dominated by the Braves the first 2 games at home. They were outscored by the Braves 16-1. And they rebounded to win the next 4 games. The last 3 in close fashion. A dramatic comeback win in Game 4 to tie the series. They became the 3rd team to win a World Series after losing Games 1 and 2 at their home stadium, following the Kansas City Royals in 1985 and the 1986 Mets. They also became the first team since the Los Angeles Dodgers in 1981 to win 4 consecutive games in the World Series after losing the first 2 at that time. Also, Game 5 will be the final game played at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium because they were moved to Turner Field the following season. Also, this is a period where This World Series marked the beginning of the New York Yankees dynasty through the late 90s and early 2000s. And plus, the defending champion Atlanta Braves were heavy favorites, rightfully so. They've been in the World Series before. They were successful in the Yankees. Obviously, they had a dominant pitcher in great match, Tom Glavine, John Smoltz. So let's look into it. The Braves hit 315 during the first 6 innings and 176 afterward. Atlanta had more runs, more hits, more homers, a lower ERA during the course of the series, but still lost. Okay, let's look into it. We had the first game, the Yankees lost 12-1. Just dominated the game. Andruw Jones hit a home run to open the scoring. He was the youngest at the time to hit a home run in the World Series. He was so young. They just dominated 12-1. They did what they had to do. Because of Andruw Jones' 2 home runs, that was part of the reason. Then game 2, they were shut out. They shut out the Yankees 4-0 under Greg Max's pitching. Shutout. But things turned around. Game 3, the Yankees won 5-2. Tommy Glavine pitched. Despite him pitching, they still lost. David Cone did his thing. Yankees got the first run of the game in their first turn at bat. Tim Raines led off with a walk, moved to second on a sacrifice bunt from Derek Jeter. Bernie Williams drove him in with a single. They added another run in the 4th inning. Stuff like that, to get things going. They won 5-2. And then game 4, the Yankees won 8-6 in extra innings. Atlanta was up 4-0. At the bottom of the second, Frederick Griffith led off with a home run to open the scoring. Javi Lopez, Andruw Jones walked. Jermaine Dodd sacrificed Lopez the third. Jeff Blauser fouled with the bunt single to score Lopez. Danny Nagel bunted to advance Jones and Blauser. Marquise Grissom doubled them in to give Atlanta a 4-0 lead, so they was off to a great start. Then they was up 6-0 when Andruw Jones drove in Chipper Jones with a double. It was 6-0. So you thinking as a Atlanta fan, a Brave fan, you got a chance to win that third game in game 4 to go 3-1, but it didn't happen. The Yankees came back. The key to this whole game was Jimmy Leyritz hitting that home run off of Mark Rollers. Off of Rollers. Mark Rollers, and it tied the game at 6-6. That was a difference maker. Tied at 6-6. They ended up losing the series 8-6. That's it for that. So game 5, the Yankees won. The pitchers do 1-0. Andy Pettitte against John Smoltz. Only 1 run was scored. That was because Cecil Fielder hit a double to drive in Charlie Hayes, give the Yankees the lead, and that was it. Pettitte did his thing. And they won 1-0. He won 3-2. I mean, they led the series 3-2. And the Yankees became the first team to sweep the middle 3 games of the World Series since the Braves themselves did it in 1991. Then game 6, the Yankees won 3-2. They had to win the championship. Girardi got it going with a triple that scored Jeter. That got things going. He won 3-2. So that was a tough loss for uh, a team like the Braves of the caliber because they were so good during that '90s time. They lost 3-2 in that game 6, and they um, Yankees are back on top for the first time in 18 years. And the Braves had a chance to win their second consecutive title. They just didn't handle their business. They built a 2-0 lead. They had chances upon chances to win the series. They just didn't do it. So give credit to the Yankees at that time for coming back from a 0-2 deficit to win a series that began their dynasty. So that concludes a look at part 34 of the professional sports teams that didn't win the championship during that season. The professional sports teams that didn't win the championship during that season. This is part 34, the 1996 Atlanta Braves. Please like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you can to support the channel. This is Rashad Mitchell. I'll do a video tomorrow regarding this part series. Until then, talk to you tomorrow.